just give us the main rules. Rule number 1, the lead speaker speaks for 5 minutes in the first instance. 5 minutes. The support speaker speaks for 3 minutes. After this, we'll go back to the lead speaker who will round up for only 1 minute. And that will bring us to the end of the debate. Then we will now go to the floor so that participants can contribute to the topic of the day. So, with your permission, sir, I'll call on the lead speaker of the university to begin the debate. Professor Elizabeth Bassey, the floor is yours. Professor Elizabeth Bassey, I hope you're on ground.
Yes, I am on ground.
Thank you.
Can you hear
Please,
me?
I can hear you. Please go on.
Thank you. The Secretary General, Professor Emeritus Peter Bukola, ex-team organizers, distinguished colleagues from universities.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Professor Adewalubi. You have been in this thing forever and a day, and you know if the person does not show the video, we don't allow the person.
Yes.
I mean, let's be consistent in the application of our rules.
Please, please, I'm sorry. I should have put that as a rule. Yeah, thank you.
No,
she's up now. Please, Prof, you can now go on.
Yeah, I'm Professor Elizabeth Bassey from Pamo University. The debate I'm speaking for, the individuals rather than institutions should bear responsibility for their cybersecurity. The Facilitator General, Professor Emeritus Peter Bukola, ex-team organizers, distinguished colleagues from universities and polytechnics, and everyone present. We stand at a critical juncture in our digital age where the sector of cyber threats looms large. The proposition today before us is clear. Individuals rather than their institutions should bear the primary responsibility for their cybersecurity. We firmly believe that while institutions play a vital role, supporting role, the ultimate onus lies with each individual navigating the digital landscape. The first point is the ubiquity of individual digital footprint. Consider the sheer expanse of our individual digital lives. We conduct personal banking, engage on social media, manage sensitive health information, and communicate with loved ones, all through personal devices and accounts. These activities often occur outside the direct control and purview of our institutions. While institutions safeguard their own networks and data, they cannot be omnipresent in every individual's digital interaction. The responsibility of securing their personal digital footprint inherently rests with them and manages them. Each click, each password, each downloaded file is a personal decision with potential security implications. The second point is the power of individual agency and education. Empowering individuals with cybersecurity knowledge and fostering a culture of personal responsibility is the most scalable and effective defense mechanism. Institutions can provide training and resources, but ultimately it is the individual who must apply this knowledge in their daily online activities. Strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, recognizing phishing attempts, these are actions that individuals must consciously undertake. By placing the primary responsibility on individuals, we incentivize proactive engagement with security-based practices, leading to a more resilient overall digital ecosystem. This fosters a sense of ownership and encourages continuous learning and adaptation to evolving threats. The third point is limitation of institutional control and the insider threat. While institutions invest heavily in cybersecurity infrastructure, their control is inherently limited. Employees and students often use personal devices on institutional networks, blurring the lines of responsibility. Furthermore, a significant portion of security breaches originates from within, often more or due to unintentional errors or negligence by individuals with authorized access. Even the most robust institutional defenses can be undermined by a single compromised user account. Therefore, cultivating a security-conscious culture at the individual level is paramount in mitigating both an internal threat. In conclusion, while institutions are undoubtedly crucial in providing a secure environment and offering support, the primary responsibility for cybersecurity must lie with each individual. Our digital lives are increasingly personal and extend far beyond institutional boundaries. Therefore, empowering individuals with knowledge, fostering a culture of personal accountability, and acknowledging the limitations of institutional control are essential steps towards building a more secure digital future for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. We will now go on to the next speaker, and that is the lead speaker for the Polytechnics, Mr. Yunusa Nasir from Federal Polytechnic, Kaduna. Please, the floor is yours. Mr. Yunusa?
No, not in the room.
Okay.
So let's go on.
Fine. All right. I will ask the support speaker to please take up the role. Mr. Kalango Samson Davis, the floor is yours.
Yeah, it's in the room and it has been made the co-host. So
please unmute yourself, Mr. Kalango, and you take up the role of the lead speaker now.
Okay, I think we'll go on. He's in the room. I've made him co-host and it's easy for him to unmute himself. So I'm wondering what's holding him.
What's keeping him? Well, we may have to go back to the support speaker of the universities. So I am going to call on
Sorry, Professor Adiwale, what we'll then do,
yes.
We have been doing this one this is the 10th module. Since the Polytechnic people, our participants, eminent participants for Polytechnics, are no show, then we'll ask some people who are from the Polytechnics environment to indicate so that you will pick two from that place, and then we'll go on from there. We'll go to take the support speaker for the universities, and then so that is seamless operation.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Please, participants from the universities, if you're interested in taking up the role of the lead speaker, kindly indicate by raising up your electronic hand.
Okay, I have.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. Our I've been alerted that Nasir Yunusa is in the room. I've made him co-host now, so we need only one more person. Kalango is in the room. I've asked the person to unmute. The person is not unmuting, so there's nothing I can do.
Okay. So, Mr. Nuruddin, kindly take up your role as the lead speaker of the universities, of the Polytechnics.
Okay, good afternoon, Chairman and judges. My name is Yunusa Nasir. I'm representing the Polytechnics. I'm against the motion that says that individuals rather than organizations are responsible for cybersecurity. To buttress my points, I will try to highlight just four main points that will support my argument. And I hope it will convince the audience and judges as well. One is the technical and resources complexity of cybersecurity. Two is the institutional accountability and regulatory standard and frameworks. And then the case, we will look at some case studies that will showcase institutional response. And then we'll look at moral, ethical, and societal imperatives. First, looking at the technical and resource complexity in cybersecurity. The technical complexity for individuals or organizations to be cyber secure, you have to detect, first of all, analyze, and mitigate potential attacks. And the modern security threats or attacks, they include malware, zero exploits, supply chain, and many others that require specialized knowledge and tools to first of all detect, analyze before you mitigate. And it's only institutions that have this capability based on resources as well as technical expertise that can be able to use the resources to detect and as well as mitigate these potential attacks. For resource requirements, just as the first point says, implementing robust security involves continuous investment in hardware, software, as well as skilled personnel. So according to industry analysis, frameworks like that of National Institute of Standard Technology and including the cybersecurity framework it has demanded that ongoing assessment, monitoring and adjustment of security controls necessitates organizational budgets and full-time teams. So there is need for budget as well as team to look at those areas. According to the cybersecurity framework developed by NIST, it demands an ongoing assessment. And this listed assessments can only be sufficiently achieved through dedicated recruitment, training, and retention strategies by organizations, not individuals. So the second point is institutional accountability in regulatory and standard framework. The first one is the legal mandates, looking at the Nigerian context. Nigeria Cyber Crimes Act 2015 explicitly defines duties for financial institutions, including customer identity verification, data tracking, and mandatory breach reporting to the National Computer Emergency Response Team. So also, Central Bank of Nigeria issues circulars requiring deposit money banks.
A minute more, please.
Thank you. So the next one is the international standard as well. It looks at this areas, and the framework has clearly reinforced that cybersecurity is organizational wide obligation, not merely an individual task. We look at case scenarios or case studies like the Equifax data breach that happened in 2017, where millions of customers their data were breached. So these are some of the cases that indicate that cybersecurity is purely an institutional responsibility. Then the moral, in conclusion, let me go to conclusion. Arguing against the motion, we have found that institutions, not individuals, must bear the primary responsibility for cybersecurity due to technical complexity, resource demands, and systemic nature of cyber threats. Regulatory framework, thank you, and internationally enshrining this principle.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Yunus. Now we are going to go on to the support speakers. The support speaker of the universities is Dr. Igwe Chidi Uzoma from Federal University of Technology, Owerri. Dr. Igwe, the floor is yours. You have 3 minutes. Dr. Igwe, can you please unmute yourself? All right. If Dr. Igwe is
hello, sir.
Okay.
I'm having I'm having a serious technical problem. Yes, sir. My video is down. Yes, it's down. It refused to come up. That's my problem. I've been battling it with it for the past 30 minutes, going back to settings front and back. Yet it's not coming up, sir. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I will be permitted to go ahead. I plead.
Okay. Unless the facilitator general give you a special waiver.
Please, I require the special waiver. Emeritus Professor, sir, please.
You are muted, sir.
I'm muted. We have approved that you should carry on. I'm so sorry.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes, okay.
Dr. Igwe, you have a special permission to carry on.
Yes, special permission, yes.
Dr. Igwe, unmute yourself. Okay. Please carry on. You have been permitted to speak. Well, I think he's having some network challenges. Well, while we are waiting for him, we will shift on to the speaker or the support speaker for the Polytechnics.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Kalangos. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Is that Dr. Igwe?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right, please speak. You have been permitted.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. I'm grateful. This is Dr. Igwe from Federal University of Technology, Owerri. I'm here to support the motion. Individuals should bear responsibility for cybersecurity rather than their institutions. This is necessary because most cybersecurity breaches we know start from personal devices or accounts, our email, our WhatsApps, and things like that, which individuals control and not the institution. Two, majority of cyber attacks we know succeed due to human error, maybe greed. So individuals must be accountable for their own actions and not the institution. So also with basic security training that is ongoing and the tools necessary such as a two-factor authentication, which individuals need to put in place. If they don't do that, the institution will be under threat, meaning that the individuals have to protect themselves and protect the institution. Similarly, the digital space, just like the physical space, needs everybody to police it. If you leave the policing alone for the institution, it means that there will be loopholes, especially from the part of the individuals. So it is necessary that individuals should take up this responsibility fully. And talk about remote work era. We are in a remote work era, and meaning that people can work from different places and not just being domiciled in their, in their institution. Hello, can I go ahead?
Go ahead.
I said in this present era of remote.
Less than a minute.
Okay, sir. In the present remote era, or work era, where people can work from different areas, it simply means that the institutional cyber domains will be taken care of if individuals take responsibility, being that all of them are directly connected to the institution, meaning that any lapse from any of them puts the institutional framework under threat. So automatically it means that individuals should take full responsibility of cyber security and not just the institution, because together we can stand, divided we fall. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Now we are now going to the support speaker of the Polytechnics, Mr. Kalango Samson Davis from Bayelsa State Polytechnic. The floor is yours. Please unmute and speak. Well, if you are not here, we are going to appoint a pro tem speaker. Please, if you are from the Polytechnic and you are ready to stand in as the support speaker, please indicate by putting on your... okay. Mr. Kalango, you have to put on your video.
Sir.
Hello, you have to put on your video before you can talk.
Okay. Okay, can I speak, sir?
Put on your video, sir, and then speak.
If my video is on, my phone, this thing cannot mute. That's the problem I've been going through. Serious network problem.
Okay, please, let me stand on the earlier permission. You can speak.
Okay, thank you, sir. I want to thank you for this privilege. My name is Samson Davis Kalango from Bayelsa State Polytechnic. Let me stand on the existing protocol and say systemic vulnerability is beyond the individual. And the individual is doing the job of an institution. So the institution has a lot to play. It is their responsibilities. More especially in the case of, for example, software flaws or server configuration or supply chain compromise, where example of a supply chain compromise, if they purchase devices and the devices are not up to specifications because of compromise, they buy a particular product. Let me use an example of going for the best iPhone and going for a techno phone. There are differences, but in terms of specification, the best is iPhone compared to techno. So if an institution cannot make that provision for them to have the best equipment, the best devices to use, then definitely it will not be the individual. It is the institution, the organization that are supposed to bear that responsibility, because the responsibility is elaborate, is complex. So in terms of a server configuration, we have
less
this technical,
than a minute, please.
We have the technical complexity barriers where they need training and retraining. So they need competent hands to do that work. Where in a case whereby there is nepotism, there is a bias in employing a particular person to do a particular job. In that case, where they select wrong people and now they want the work to be done, the work will not be done appropriately. But if you select the right expert, the individuals are the right people, they need also the right material. So in that case, I would prefer that the responsibility is solely on the institution, the organization.
Time up.
Their responsibility to do the right.
Time up. Thank you very much. We have come to the end of the main debate, and now we are going to the contribution from participants. So please, if you are interested to speak, you have 1 minute to contribute. Timekeeper will be on standby as we go through this. Thank you. I will call the first 5 people, and please just speak accordingly. Moses Akambi, Musa Dankau, Professor Adebisi, Dr. Salisu, and Dr. Professor Parajuru. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
Moses Akambi is online. Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear.
Sir.
Yes, Moses Akambi is my name from Lagos State University. And I want to appreciate our Facilitator General and everybody for putting this together. My contribution is not far-fetched from the training the Facilitator General has given us, always looking at every discussion from our environment. And as I'm sitting in the Dean's office in Faculty of Science, behind my door there, I can see the label of all the items in this office. What is the implication of that? The university has put a tag at the back of the door, listing everything, AC, TV, and the rest. Whenever anything is missing, is it the university that will be held responsible or the user of the office? It is the user of the office. So I support the motion that individual will be responsible. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you.
So, next. Musa Dakiao, that you should be next, please. Unmute and speak. Unmute and speak.
Okay.
Good.
Good afternoon. My name is Professor Musa Dankyo from Bingham University. I am also in support of the motion that individuals rather than institutions are responsible for cybersecurity. On February 21st, 2025, the largest cryptocurrency heist took place. $1.5 billion was stolen by hackers suspected to be the Lazarus crew. They targeted one person, a developer, in the safe wallet. One person. So the individual is the weak chain, and the individual must be the person that is responsible for cybersecurity. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Yeah, next, Professor Samuel Adebusi.
Thank you, sir. This is Professor Samuel Adebisi from ABU Zaria, Anatomy. I beg to differ from this topic. My own point is that both individual and institutions should be held responsible in this case, because to be cyber secure is more than an individual task that an individual can handle. And if you say if you really leave it to an institution, you say if you say everybody should the responsibility of all is responsibility of nobody. So if you say all the institutions should be left, individual have to be involved in it. So both individual and institution should be held responsible in this case. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Next, please.
Thank you very much, sir. This is Dr. Mrs. Tali Sutitilola from Olabisi Onabanjo University from Agowo, Ogun State. I want to support that the responsibility of cyber security should be that of institution, because, for example, my typical example is just that example of that Agenti web browser extension that was recently showcased. Was really amazing that we can have indigenous software that will cater for cyber attack. And this is not going to be marketed to an individual. The cybersecurity is built by an organization, an institution, and should be protected by an institution. And so if you are going to market that, it's going to be an institutional-based marketing for us to use that will decrease the increase of cyber attack. If you leave it to individuals, the percentage of cyber threats in the global world will continue to rise. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next.
Yeah, good afternoon, Prof. I'm Operador John Onyemuche from National Open University of Nigeria. I'm on the point that individuals should be held responsible for cybersecurity. Why do I say so? We are over 3,000 persons in this platform. And due to the magnanimity of our Facilitator General, who, based on developing human capacity, you see that he knows very well that if this cybersecurity should be institutionalized, only maybe the experts of ICTs would have been used to organize this program.
Right.
But we know very well that individuals is from where the problem comes. And that is why every one of us needs to be abreast with all the pros and cons that are related with cybersecurity, so that we will be able to fight the crime.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
Sir. I'm going to select the next 5 speakers. Kechi Wokoye, number 1. Ann Okachi, number 2. Mechiki Isaac, number 3. Chinwe Catherine Eze, number 4. And Olusegun Ogundele, number 5. So, Madam Wokoye, please, you have the floor. 1 minute.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mine is on that the two parties involved should be held responsible for cybersecurity. But the individuals have their own aspects. The institution have their own. It is the individual that make up the institution. Institution is just an entity, an inhuman. So there are individuals in this institution that should be responsible for the cybersecurity. So we can't separate the two entities. Thank you.
Sorry, before we go on, sorry, Professor, before we go on, so this is a debate. It's a debate. We're not saying that it's only the individuals, it's only the institution. We know there are the two of them, the two groups. So please, Professor Nwokoye and Professor from ABU, you say it. We know, don't we know? We know that they are the two. It's a debate. So we're saying one group more than the other should be.
Should I?
Thank you. No, it's fine, man. It's fine, man. So next person.
Right. Thank you very much.
May I carry on?
Mechiki Isaac Peter.
Yes. Thank you very much for giving me the floor. Mechiki Isaac Peter from Kaduna State College of Education, Gidanwaya. I want to support the motion that security is individual business, because just like in our Nigeria context, they said we have to be security conscious. Police cannot be everywhere to protect you, so you have to protect yourself before the police can come in. So I am of the motion that the business of cybersecurity should be solely an individual business. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Good afternoon.
Olusegun Ogundele.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to support the motion that individuals rather than
sorry,
institutions
Professor
should be responsible
Olubiyi.
for.
Professor Olubiyi, you are also forgetting the rules. Professor Olubiyi, you are also forgetting the rules. The person who is to speak must give us his name and his institution. Professor Olubiyi, what's happening now?
Yes, sir.
What is happening? The person who is speaking must give us his name and his institution. Please don't let me go back to this again. I mean, we have some rules and you are not involved.
Apologies, sir. Please,
okay, thank you, sir.
Olusegun, can you just start from the beginning? Introduce yourself, your institution.
My name is Dr. Olusegun Ogundele. I'm from Taishola University of Education. So I'm supporting the motion that individuals are responsible. And the reason is because of, one, in this digital era of digital autonomy, where every individual is responsible for their password, the links they share, and things that they visit. No matter how the institutional policies or framework are so strong, it does not still have control over what information people share online or using weak passwords. And of course, we know that in this era, we now have a lot of personal devices. And so when we have personal devices, some of these devices, we take them home outside of the institution. So we still hold individuals responsible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to call the next set of speakers. And please, I want to know.
Professor Lubi, you have not given me a chance to speak. Dr. Anu.
We've not spoken yet.
Did I call your name? Did I call your name earlier?
You called me second person.
Okay, please. If I've called you earlier, please speak.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Ann Okache Madukwe from the Imo State University, Owerri. I'd like to support the motion that individuals should take charge of cybersecurity in institutions. My reason being that institutions' hands and legs are the staff that work in them. Even when an institution has the policies and the frameworks, even when we have, the institution has provided the newest tech and the most updated tech, we still have the situation where the person that does the implementation, the person that operates these instruments and devices is the individual. So at the end of the day, it is the individual that must checkmate, take the actions that will prevent cyber threats and cyber.
All right, time up, ma. Now, please, on my screen, there are a lot of black spaces. And I'm not going to call people whose videos are not on. Okay. So if I skip your name, it is because your video is not on. Now, the next set of speakers will be one, Mr. Nuruddin Yusuf.
Good afternoon, sir. I've not spoken yet. I've not spoken yet.
I'm sorry, I have already called. If I'm not seeing you, sorry, you may not speak. And if I'm not called your name,
my video is on, sir. My video is on.
Please, please let me control this. I'm looking at the pictures in front of me and I'm following what I have on my screen. Nuruddin Yusuf, number 1, Emir Abdulaziz, number 2, Paul Aja, number 3, Professor Asibo, number 4, Iya Ezebasi, number 5. Please, Nuruddin Yusuf, you can begin. You are unmute yourself, please. You have only 1 minute and your time has started.
My name is Pharmacist Nuruddin Yusuf from University of Abuja. I'm here to support the motion that individuals rather than institutions are responsible for cybersecurity. And the reasons are simple. Of course, every devices we have globally have a unique IP address which tracks every device's laptop, handset, and the likes. And these are things that are being held by individuals. So it's just like a case of who lets the door open. Just like you have a WhatsApp group, just one individual not putting necessary caution can send a threat to all members of the group. So people can compromise that and have access to all other people's information and data, sending unsolicited messages. Secondly, also, if you look at a summary of our discussion group, most respondents in answering the issue of cybersecurity say that individuals, there is need for education and awareness. And
please, your time is up. Next, please, M.A. Abdulaziz.
Thank you very much for giving me this time. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, please. Go on.
Okay, my contribution is that based on even the Model 10...
Please introduce yourself and your institution.
My name is Muhammad Ahmad Abdulaziz from Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi. I'm supporting the motion that individuals should be responsible for the cyber security. Based on the fact that even the Model 10, you can see the number of participants in the Model 10. We're about 4,000 plus, and the reports have shown that 95% of breaches involve human error by IBM 2023. Based on that, that is my own contribution to this debate, that we're supposed to have individuals responsible for the cyber security in our institutions. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my name is Professor Paul Aja from the University of Calabar. I want to support the debate on this, that institutions, the individuals are to be held responsible because institutions have a lot of bureaucracy and protocols in arresting any situation. And before you know it, things have gone wrong. And if no individual, there'll be no institution. So individual is number one everywhere. And again, everyone's responsibility is no one's responsibility. So individuals have to take upper hand and take responsibility. That is my submission.
Thank you. Next, please.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Sibo from the University of Kada. I'm here to support this motion that individuals, rather than the institution, should bear responsibility for their cyber security. Because attack directly individuals through many ways, either through social engineering tactics like the phishing email, the fake website, spam calls. Such attacks often exploit the human psychology rather than their technical vulnerability. So individuals who are educated about these tactics, they often remain vigilant at the first line of defense against them. For example, one has to be cautious in checking unfamiliar links, email, and providing personal information over their phones can prevent them from falling victims to phishing scams and every other things.
All right, thank you, Prof. Time up. Next.
Hello. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Professor Iya Ezebasi from the University of Calabar. I want to support that individuals are responsible. Let's ask ourselves a question. Who makes up the individuals from the VC down to the cleaner? It is individuals. So individuals should be responsible because even if everything is provided, once an individual is compromised, everything else is gone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. I'm going to call the next 5 speakers. But like somebody who has HP, please, if you do not change the HP to your name, I'm going to skip you. So the first person is Engineer Professor Ibikunle Francis. The next one is Abdul Fatai Dari. The next one is Chinyelu Ekwenife. And the next one is Adebola Aderibigbe. And then Dora Agbonika. Please, Professor Ibikunle, you have the floor.
Thank you, sir. My name is Professor Frank Ibikunle. I'm going to support that individual should be held responsible, accountable.
Professor Lubiye, can you ask, Professor Lubiye, you lose your guard. Why don't you ask Professor Ibikunle to tell us where it's from?
Professor Ibikunle, I said my name is Professor Ibikunle from ENSAB University, Bayelsa.
No, I didn't hear that.
I said it.
Okay, so, I'm so sorry.
I think he has some network issues.
Okay.
So I have 3 points to support that.
Please go on, sir. 1 minute. individual should be very responsible and accountable. The 3 points are: one, individual on the internet, we have IP addresses. That is for individual to recognize whose device is this. So definitely I'm to be taken responsible if anything happens, because my device can be recognized. Then in a house, in a church, in a university, individual make the university. Without individual, there's no university. Without individual, there's no church. So individual should be held responsible. And lastly, the training organized by our distinguished professor, it is for individual. So he did this so that individual can know how to be responsible and take account of everything he's doing. So these 3 points are the reason why I'm supporting that individual should be held responsible and accountable. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Please, next person.
Okay.
Abdul Fatai.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I'm Abdul Fatai Daria Adekale from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. I support that an individual should be responsible for their cybersecurity, because in the world of security, it is believed that you are strong as your weakest link. And errors, attacks that are usually happening in the cyber world is through individuals. So, and it's these individuals that make up the institutions. So if the individual is well educated enough to be aware to keep his or herself safe, the institutions also become safe. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next.
Yeah, my name is Professor Chinyalo Angela Kunife from Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Good afternoon, Facilitator General and my fellow physical virtual classmates.
Thank you.
I'm here to support the motion that individuals should be responsible for cybersecurity. Right now, during this debate, two speakers for and against could not put up their video. They are responsible. The institution did not come to help them. Likewise, they should be responsible for their cybersecurity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Next, please.
My name is Professor Adebola VICBHE, Federal University, Oye, Ekiti. Some years ago, when I got home, my grandmother reported a case of a whopping amount escaping our account. We moved together to the bank to complain, and the bank told us that my grandmother had shared our OTP with the attackers. Now, online transactions often succeed because individuals share OTP. As such, I am supporting the motion that individuals must take charge of their own security. Secondly, which is going to be the last because of my time, Nigerians commonly use personal smartphones to access sensitive data. Individuals must secure this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Professor Lubi, yes, sir. We're going to take a poll because we're going to hear the results at some point. But I've just been prompted by the Deputy Facilitator General Administration, Professor Moni Oluwa Olaniyi, that there's need for the poll. So if you don't mind, Professor Lubi, if you give me the permission, I can launch the poll now.
Thank you, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Right. So I'm going to launch a poll. Actually, it's going to take the 1,000 of us in the room here, which you just select yes or no. Individuals rather than their institutions should bear responsibility for their cybersecurity. So you just say yes or no. The poll is launched, and you can begin now. We'll stop in about 1.5 minutes because of the number of persons that are here. We have half of the participants already polled, 589. So Yeah, I'm just wondering why it's not going beyond 589. Interesting. The poll will end in 30 seconds, and whatever we have there is whatever we have, because it's not going beyond. Okay, it's going beyond. Okay. All right, I'm going to end the poll. 6:28. Okay, 6:29, 6:30. Okay, let me end the poll, and please make a note of I'm sharing the results now. We can see that 94% of the participants that have elected to be polled said yes, individuals. The 6% said no, institutions. So that's the end of the poll. I'm going to stop sharing now. Please make a note of these results. I've stopped sharing, and Professor Olubi, our coordinator, what do you want to do now? You want to get the you want to take some more and then get, because we are supposed to stop at 3 o'clock, maybe 1 or 2 minutes to 3. Do you want to take some participants, maybe another batch of 5, and then we'll stop it there? We can get the results from the chief judge and the rest. What do you want?
Yeah, let's take another batch of 5.
Yes, sir.
That will take us to about 54 minutes. I mean, will take us to 2:54. Yeah. All right. So please, Dora Agbonika, number 1, Nathaniel Ogunyale, number 2, Shaibu Bello, number 3, Enobunk Patrick, number 4, Owede Kosioma, number 5. 1 minute each, please. Dora Agbonika, your time begins now.
Okay, thank you very much. So grateful to be on. I support the motion that individuals should take responsibility for cybersecurity. Most times we have our IP individually identified by us, the MTN, the Airtel. The institution will not come to secure that for us. In as much as we get connected to the website that the institution has made a provision for. So I will move the motion that individuals should take care of cybersecurity by themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Next, Nathaniel Ogunyale.
Ogunyale Nathaniel from Lagos State University of Science and Technology. I'm in support of the motion that individuals, rather than their institutions, should bear responsibility for their cyber security. Who makes an institution? Are they not individuals? Who operates these devices? Are they not individual? So the responsibility is on individuals, wherever you are, either at the institution or at home or on the road.
Time up.
Be security conscious.
Thank you very much, sir. Shaibu Bello.
Thank you, Professor Shaibu Bello from Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto. Just imagine, I support that individual should be the key. Just imagine a community with high cyber hygiene, top-notch cyber hygiene among the individuals. Both the rate of successful attack and the cost of prevention will be low. And then you'll be able to have a top-notch area. So I say focus on the individual. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Next, please. Enobong Patrick, unmute. Well, okay, let's go into Dr. Owede Kosioma, and that's the last person for the day.
Okay, I will support that individuals be in charge of their security. Now, institutions provide the infrastructure while the individuals operate among them. Now, the software provided, nobody except an individual can activate it for operational. Now, the hackers and attackers also target individuals. Now, even though they are targeting the institutions, it's the individual that constitute part of the institutions that they target. And therefore, the individuals has to take responsibility. The training going on is targeted at individuals. When we are ignorant of the operations and functionalities of these attackers, then we are vulnerable and be attacked. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very
sir.
much.
Yeah.
Right. So I honorably hand over to the facilitator general, sir.
Yes, sir. I've just got a word that the chief judge has some network challenge, and Professor Fimbas Bello will be announcing the results. Professor Fimbas Bello, over to you. Professor
thank you,
Fimbas
Prof.
Bello. Okay.
The privilege. Thank you, Prof. I'm Professor Fimbas Bello from David Umahi Federal University of Health Sciences. On behalf of the chief judge, I wish to announce the result. The maximum obtainable score for this debate is 20. I think the university has 13, the Polytechnic 12.5. Winner is the university. The best speaker for today's debate, the best student with a score of 14.7 over 20. Thank you, sir. Should I repeat again?
Yeah, but apparently you also have a network challenge because, hold on, ma'am, Professor Fimbas Bello. Next time, we're not going to allow you to speak without your video being on. I didn't hear half of what you said. Your chief has a challenge with internet service. Sir, you also have challenge with your internet service because
my video is on. My video is on.
It's only you that will see it, because me, I don't see the thing.
I can hear you very clearly.
No, it's not hearing. I cannot see you. Your video wasn't on before. So tell us who the chief speaker, who the best speaker is. All right, we can't hear this.
Okay, people. The best speaker is Mr. Nasru. Best speaker, Mr. Nasru. Minister. Mr. Nasru speak Minister. 14.7. Best speaker, Mr. Nasru.
All right. No problem at all. Your internet is struggling. No problem. We got it. We got it. I'm meeting you because your network is challenged. So we've come to the end of this very wonderful, very lively debate. And as I said, we are not saying the institutions are not culpable when there's some challenge with security. Individuals. So we're debating which one is more culpable, more or less, or more prone to exposing the network, either at home, university, or institutions to attack or to compromise. And it will appear, as you can see from the results, 94% of us in the room said yes, the individual. 6% said no. The judges have given us their results. The results are final. Although Professor Olubi, I'm thinking of something. Our DFG, are you there, ma? DFG, Professor Buniolu Olani, are you there? Or mute now? Yes. Okay, you can't unmute. Okay, hold on. Okay.
I'm here, sir.
Yeah. You see, I really love what the judges said. But I tell you, I found, and that's a Minority Report, I found the presentation by Dr. Igwe from Futo to be clear. He didn't read anything. Alright, we didn't see him. So maybe at some point, just like we did a poll, we may be doing a poll, or okay, we'll discuss it at the management meeting. We'll discuss it at the management. So by way of announcements, today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. Friday evening, we'll send the alert for tomorrow. Some people, and would like to plead that they should just be a little bit more careful. When they were posting their discussion forum, they posted it to the practical 2 rather than discussion forum 2. So when the results were published, or when the harvest was published, they said, oh, we can't find anything, we can't find anything. Well, show us the screenshot of how we went there anyway, and we found that, oh, they submitted to practical 2. So let's be a little bit more cautious when we are submitting. You submit to discussion forum, you submit to practical. Unfortunately, those that have submitted to the practical cannot submit again. And besides, we keep finding people say, oh, I submitted the wrong thing. Oh, why don't you wait on Tuesday? You get this whole thing ready. Why don't you wait until you get the thing in more or less perfect order to submit? So 2 things I'm saying by way of announcement: just do your best to be careful in submitting. And when you have submitted, you can resubmit. For those that have submitted wrongly to practical 2, is 0, clear 0 for their discussion forum. But for practical 2, we're going to ask our technical people to extract what is submitted there, so it can allow them to submit practical 2. So that will be it. Back to you, Professor Olani, to close this wonderful session in 1 minute, because it's 2 minutes to the hour.
Thank you very much, sir, Facilitator General, and all participants. It's my pleasure to congratulate the winners of today's debate and to congratulate everyone who has also contributed to the poll. I want to thank Professor Kolawole Muideen Lawal, the Chief Judge, Professor Elizabeth Fimbas Bello.
No, Professor Olani, you have to close this thing. Well, I don't want to go past 3 o'clock, please. You have just 30 seconds.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
and
them
the timekeeper, Dr. Irene, thank you very much, everyone. I wish you all the best at the test. And